Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you back today for a new bigger card reading. I hope that all of you are doing amazing today and having a wonderful day. So for today's reading, we have a message that is meant to find you right now. Remember, this is not a coincidence. Everything in the universe is a sign. Everything is a synchronicity. So I'm sure that this message is finding you because it needs to find you because you manifested it. So take it as a sign from the universe, from spirit. But as always, we do have 3 piles to choose from. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Please feel free to choose any pile that you feel most drawn to, and then you can skip to the timestamps which are in the description box, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hello my beautiful pile number 1. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be a reading and your message for today. That is your sign, your message from the universe, from spirit. So pile number 1 for your card today, you guys feel drawn to card number 1, which is the card with the sleeping cat and the butterflies. Oh, why am I hearing something about overnight? Or yeah, I heard overnight for you, pile number 1, but you also have the white star crystal. So welcome to your reading. Let's get started with your message and let's see, why is this message finding you right now? What is the message spirit, source, universe wants to communicate to you right now? But yeah, I'm hearing something about like things happening overnight, or maybe in your dreams you have been getting some signs. There's something about your sleep that's being brought up. So I don't know, maybe that's significant for some of you. Let's start with a card for you, pile number 1. What is the message you're meant to hear right now? Maybe this is like about receiving news the next day or something like that. Oh, wow. Communication. Yeah. So I feel like this is meant to be, wow, unity and incorporation. Okay, pile number 1. Maybe some of you tomorrow, you're going to receive some news regarding unity, regarding corporation, maybe work. This can be like job acceptance. It can be just good news and opportunity regarding your work. I feel like spirit wants to say within the next couple of days, there is going to be communication regarding work with somebody. And this is in alignment with your soul's evolution, right? Okay, this is interesting. Soulful success. So let me just see your cards here. Wow, divine guidance. Okay, so we have communication, 1111. Effective communication is the key to strong and loving relationships. The angels remind you to express your feelings openly and honestly. We have 2323, unity and cooperation. Embrace unity and cooperation with others. Together you can achieve extraordinary things. And you also have 2121, divine guidance. Trust the guidance of your angels. They're leading you towards greatness. Wow, such a beautiful way to open your reading, pile number 1. So the energy that I'm getting for you is that, so for some of you, this might happen tomorrow. Maybe this is going to happen within the next couple of days, the next week. But I'm seeing, you know, this is meant to be like a short term kind of reading. Like it's not, we're not looking into years and years in advance for you. So I do feel like in this next period of your life, you can expect to work with somebody. Maybe some of you are going to get accepted for a job. Maybe you're going to hear back from an application. Maybe an opportunity will arise regarding your job for a partnership. You might cooperate with somebody, and just know that this is in alignment with your success. So whatever this opportunity will be for you and how it's going to manifest for you, it's going to be different, but it's in alignment with your soulful success. And it feels like it's being sent to you by spirit, by source, in order to guide you towards your success. So see this person as your lead. See them as you know, something coming in from source to guide you towards your success, to guide you towards your achievement, your goals. Let's see your tarot cards. What is the message for those who felt drawn to pile number 1? Okay, the Hierophant. That's interesting. Okay, you need to know, pile number 1. I'm hearing something about the worst being over. You have the 3 of Swords in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like Spirit wants to say from here, things are going to look up for you. You do have the Hierophant showing up, which a lot of times in a reading, I will see it as source coming in to let you know that, yes, you're being guided. Yes, right now it feels like source has stepped in your journey to bring you more towards alignment. Because I feel like some of you maybe, I'm hearing that some of you got a little bit lost on your path. Like maybe you, it feels like you kind of lost track, or I don't know if you got distracted, or that's something that's coming through. It's like, but I feel like something is coming in to realign you, to bring you back to the path that you were always meant to be on. So pile number one, it feels like you're being aligned. It feels like right now Source has stepped into your journey to help align you towards what's best for you and also what you want. Because I feel there is this energy from pile number one of somehow along the way you got a little bit distracted or lost, and maybe that also led to you feeling unfulfilled or feeling unhappy. But you do have that elephant here, which is about wisdom. So I feel like spirit is going to send you somebody. This is going to manifest in your life almost as a person who is, this can be like a mentor, it can be a boss, it can be somebody with a lot of like knowledge, with, if you know, because a lot of times the Hierophant will represent somebody with somebody who holds the key to, and they have the key answer to things. So I feel like this person who will come in your life will be your key. They will be your guide. They will be, maybe this is going to manifest also in your life as you starting to gain clarity, right, about what to do and how to move forward and just taking the correct steps. But I feel like this is meant to be a sign that Source is stepping in to help align you again to your path. Okay, 8 of Swords. And we have the 7 of Swords as well. So yeah, I feel like a lot of you, you know, the 8 of Swords a lot again can come up when we feel insecure, we don't really know what to do. I feel like pile number one has been through maybe like also this like self-sabotage energy of like, sometimes we know what the answer is, but we're just turning a blind eye because maybe we don't feel courage to take the step, you know? And I feel like you have been like either procrastinating or like indulging in like this self-sabotage energy, which sometimes like you're not even at fault for this. Like sometimes it's such a like a subconscious thing that we don't even realize that we're doing it. We don't even realize that we're procrastinating our path. We don't even realize that we're letting our own thoughts get in our own way. And usually it comes from insecurity, you know, it comes from limiting beliefs. Maybe you don't believe that you can do something, you feel like you always lack to do something, you feel like maybe you don't have the right things to begin, to start, or you keep putting it off for the right time. And sometimes we don't even realize, right? But yeah, it feels like you have been dealing with a lot of confusion when I feel when it comes to fulfilling your soulful success, right? As we saw with that card, like it feels like maybe when it comes to your purpose, a lot of you like lost track or just got distracted, and like you didn't, you know, kind of got stuck, and now it's like, I don't know what to do, you know? But I want to reassure you that I sense this energy that has stepped into your path right now that will guide you, and you won't be able to self-sabotage anymore. You won't be able to like avoid doing what's necessary. And I don't mean this like in something coming in to force you, but it's like you will just naturally do the things that you need to do in order to get yourself to where you want to go. So it's going to start to feel very natural. It's going to start to feel almost like an instinct, very intuitive, you know, it's not forceful energy. It's just like you doing what you're supposed to do without even realizing that you are doing it, you know, without even recognizing it. It's going to be, it feels like there is some kind of like alignment with your subconscious mind and your goals and dreams, which is such an interesting message. Let's see what else. Number one. Okay, yes, we have the mind. So we also have faith. Yeah, I'm sensing a lot of like, have faith right now, pile number one, right? Have faith. But there is something about your mind here that prior felt very disaligned with where you want it to be. Now it's so important that the mind and the body are in alignment in order to achieve what we desire, because first of all, everything that we do in life comes from the mind. Everything comes from our thoughts. We do things because we thought about doing them. So if the mind is not aligned, nothing we do is going to be aligned, you know? And I feel like this is where the disalignment was. It feels like a lot of you were self-sabotaging yourself, whether you realize this or not. And this can be through not believing in yourself, not believing that you're capable of doing something, not seeing the opportunities around you because you feel like they're too small, or you know, just sometimes we get in those energies. But I feel like something is coming, and there's like this very higher source that's stepping in to help align your mind and the actions that you're also taking. We also have love. So love yourself more. I feel like what you have been lacking, pile number 1, is self-love, is, you know, appreciating yourself, being confident in yourself, being confident with your abilities, being confident with the action that you're also taking. A lot of times disalignment comes from also lack of harmony within, lack of self-love, lack of confidence. I mean, just think about it. If you don't believe in yourself, who is going to believe in you? Because you have to be convincing. That's something that's coming through from spirit, is like you have to be convincing you, and you first have to convince yourself and then everyone else, you know? So I feel like there is also, what's happening for you right now is this mindset shift, that you are starting to recognize yourself more. You're starting to love yourself more and to see things as possible for you. I feel like you have been going a lot against yourself, and I'm not really sure what triggered this. You know, you had the 3 of Swords, and like a lot of times when we fail, or we don't reach our expectations for ourselves, this can happen. And I feel like maybe you went through an experience where you didn't meet your expectations for yourself, so it kind of made you feel like, oh, like I'm not good enough, you know? But sometimes it takes some time to heal from that, and I feel like that's what's happening right now. So what else do you need to hear, pile number 1? I let myself grieve and the light gently enters. Wow, such a beautiful message here. So, you know, sometimes we do need to let ourselves grieve, right? You have this 3 of Swords. It came out in reverse for you, and I feel like you're done with that. Like, you're starting to realize, you know, okay, what that was that, and now we're moving on. So you're coming out of this energy of like grieving, right? Grieving over something that didn't work out, maybe an opportunity that fell through. But also I feel like if you had an opportunity fall through in the past and that's what made you feel so insecure about yourself, like maybe a lot of you went into something like just with the expectations of this has to work, and maybe it didn't meet your expectations, and that really turned you against yourself because it made you feel like, wow, like I'm not capable of anything, you know? And sometimes we need to let that period go. Like we just need to grieve it, experience it, and just recognize that the light will enter. So I feel like you're in this stage where you're letting yourself get over a situation from the past, and you're allowing more love for yourself. It's like you're allowing yourself to try another time, to try again, to feel good about yourself again, right? Let's see, what is your last message for today, Ponder One? All right, we have cultivate stillness. So I do feel like, you know, through stillness, we find a lot of peace. Through stillness, we can find a lot of answers. Through stillness, we can also find a lot of alignment, a lot of harmony. A lot of times when we're just rushing to do things, like that's, I feel a lot of times when we can also get distracted, because remember, it's not that much about how much we physically do, but how much we mentally do, of course, sometimes action is needed, but I find that excessive action can also lead to disalignment and can lead to feeling like we're forcing things to happen instead of just allowing things to naturally flow. So I do feel like you have been, like, you know, feeling all over the place, But maybe this next period of your life is going to bring you some stillness. Not in the way of stagnation though, but I just feel like more inner peace, like more, it feels like you're finding a lot of clarity in your mind and your heart, which is maybe something that was missing before, you know? So all of this noise, all of this, like, this can be anxiety also, you know, just feeling anxious all the time. Especially with the mind, I feel like it has to do more with the mind and you finding stillness in your mind, like not constantly overthinking, not constantly questioning, not constantly second guessing yourself and just feeling anxious about life all the time. I do feel like a lot of you are going to find more peace within the mind. In your life, I actually see things starting to happen for you. Again, we had something about opportunities coming through, but I feel like this is more about finding alignment in the mind, finding stillness in the mind that will bring you clarity. So pile number 1, I feel like that was your message for today. I hope that this resonated for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye. My beautiful pile number 2, if you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be your reading and your message for today that is meant to reach you right now. Remember, this is not random, this is not a coincidence, this is your sign from spirit, from universe, because we're all connected energetically. So I'm sure that you're here because you're supposed to be. So pile number 2, for your card today, you guys feel drawn to card number 2, which is the card with the daisy. I heard something about a new opportunity for you right away. That was the key word that I heard for this pile, is new opportunity. New beginnings is also something that I'm hearing right now. But you also have the ladybug charm for today. So let's get into your reading, pile number 2. I was always gonna call you pile number 1, so maybe you also felt drawn to that pile. But let's see, pile 2. What is the message, the guidance coming through for you right now? Spirit, can we please get the guidance for those who felt drawn to pile 2? What is their message, their sign for today? Cultivate gratitude. Oh, wow. Abundant blessings. I feel like this is your sign. You also have spiritual awakening. So a lot of you could be undergoing a major spiritual awakening in this time. You know, a lot of times I find that when I had big moments of like spiritually awakening and like through my spiritual awakening journey, usually very abundant periods come after that, because again, we realize that abundance, it's a very spiritual thing. I know in life it seems very material, like money and luxury and cars and houses and happiness. Also, I feel like abundance can be also like happiness, you know, joy, fulfillment. But through spiritual awakening, we realize how limitless it is and how tangible it is and how available it is, you know? So I feel like this is going to find you before a very abundant period, pile number 2. I hear Spirit is saying like you're about to enter a very abundant period, not just financially, but just feeling fulfilled in life. Because again, through spiritual awakening, we awaken. We are not in that human routine anymore, is what I'm hearing. So you realize how much more than there is beyond what our eyes can see and our hands can touch in life. You know, there's a lot more out there in the universe, and how truly limitless it is. Like, we don't really know how much of everything is out there, you know. There's plenty of happiness, there's plenty of money, there's plenty of opportunities as well. I mean, just think about it, how big the world is and how many opportunities arise each and every day. So you never know when your lucky day is going to be. You know, that's also something that's coming through. But we have cultivate gratitude daily, and your future will be filled with even more blessings. You also have abundant blessings. Abundance is flowing towards you. Keep your thoughts positive and watch your dreams manifest. So I feel like a lot of you maybe have been also doing like a lot of affirmations, maybe working on your thoughts. Because again, through spiritual awakening, you understand how reality works. And you can use that to your advantage to create the life that you desire. And we realize that life is basically just a reflection. It's a projection of our thoughts, our opinions, the way that we perceive the world. So you are starting to use this to your advantage, I feel, through your thoughts, your affirmations, that are helping you manifest your dreams. So you need to know, part number 2, that you stepped into the flow of abundance. You stepped into the energy of abundance. And once you're in the flow, you know that things are going to start to manifest. You know that things are going to start to appear in your life. So I kind of get this message from Spirit. You have entered the state. You have entered the flow. So let's see what else is coming in for you, pile number 2. What is your message, your assignment to find you, reach you today? Again, you have the 3 of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and this also came out on the bottom of the deck in reverse with pile number 1. So again, maybe there are some people who felt drawn to both piles. But I said for pile number 1 that the worst part is over. You know, it's interesting that also before we have like the biggest spiritual awakenings, like we will undergo some of like the you know, the craziest periods of our life. Like, you know, trust me, I know. And maybe this is what you have been experiencing, right? Like maybe things haven't been that well for you, or maybe you haven't been feeling the happiest. But 3 of Swords in reverse, it's a good sign that the worst is over and you have awakened spiritually, right? So the awakening has arrived for you. Let's see. Wow, we have the Lovers, which is about unity. It also represents divine energy, you know, divine unity. So it's almost like you and Source have become one. This is such a card of like, such a reading of like, you have awakened. Like you're not asleep anymore. Like you are here, you're present, and once you awaken, things really start to happen fast. So I feel like a lot of you who will see this pile will either have recently just had a major spiritual awakening that has helped you step into the flow of abundance. You know, the Lovers is also about finding your path. It's about unity. It's about purpose. Working with Source as well. So a lot of you have just awakened to your limitless potential as a creator here on this earth. Wow, the High Priestess. And wow, the 9 of Cups. Literally the card of all of your wishes coming true. So the High Priestess, again, I see a lot of you just stepped into I'm hearing something about your intuition has heightened a lot, and something about you can sense that a lot of good things are nearby you. Okay, it feels like your intuition can sense that your wishes are going to start to manifest soon. Like you can feel this approaching. You can feel this sort of period approaching. And if you have been feeling like you have been missing out on a lot of things, once we open the gates to blessings, it doesn't stop. You know, like I've had those periods of my life where, you know, we're humans and sometimes we do get lost in life. We get stuck in the human routine, and we forget that we're Source. We forget that we're all just spiritual beings, and we limit ourselves, you know. But then your awakening comes again and you become more connected with what's happening with your intuition. And when you open this door, things literally start to happen overnight. It doesn't stop. Like it just feels like it's coming, and everything that you feel like you've been lacking prior just suddenly starts to enter your life. So this is something that you might experience, pile number 2, whereas you felt like you were missing out on a lot of things. You didn't really feel that abundant. But if we are spiritually awake, we realize that abundance is all around us, you know? So I find that you are either about to have a major spiritual awakening, or you just had a major spiritual awakening that helped you realize how abundant the world is, which will lead to a lot of your things manifesting. So you're getting similar cards to pile number 1. These 2 also came out for pile number 1, but you also have Imagine. Look at this. The door to your imaginations is opening. Again, this is like such a message of like, I feel like you're manifesting a lot of things right now. And something that I'm seeing is that you're manifesting through love. Okay? You're manifesting through love. We have emotion. So right now you're manifesting through the emotion of love. You're manifesting through higher energy. because we keep manifesting in our life. Okay, I feel like sometimes there's this misconception that like manifestation is something that we can turn on and off, and it's like we can only manifest good things in our life. But remember that even the situations that we didn't desire, we still manifested that. We still manifested even the things that we weren't so happy about. Think about how you were feeling before that thing happened. So I feel like now you're manifesting through the frequency of love, meaning that you're only going to attract good things. Okay? Because I've imagined, it feels like the door to your imaginations is opening up, and there's going to be this big flood coming in of everything that you feel that you prior felt separate from. You know, that's the thing. It's like when we're not spiritually awake, we feel very separate from the things that we desire. We feel very separate from the life that we want, when it's not. We're not separate. We're one with that life. And I feel like now you're starting to understand more of this. So there is this new door that's opening, you know? I said something about like new opportunity for you in the beginning. So there has been an opportunity you have been really wanting to manifest. I see that coming true. What else do you need to hear, pile number 2, for your message today? Okay, there is wisdom in waiting. So I feel like something is going to be worth your while. Remember to also stay patient as things unfold. We have silence does not mean absence. It holds sacred echoes. Yeah, I feel like sometimes silence can be very loud, because sometimes silence can bring us a lot of answers. It can. So if you have been like through this silent period in your life, and maybe some of you felt like you were spending more time alone than usual lately, I feel like that's how spiritual awakenings are. Like I find also, like through my life journey, every single time I've had a spiritual awakening, I've been just like feeling like I don't want to talk to anyone, and I just want to be in solitude, and I just want to be by myself, because something just keeps pulling you more towards you. You know, when we keep looking for answers in the outside world, we realize that there is nothing out there to find. And then there is something that's just pulling us towards us, because we start to understand that the answers is within, you know? So silence can be very powerful. It can bring you a lot of clarity. It can bring you a lot of wisdom. It can help you get to know yourself better. Because again, we do have the High Priestess, the Lovers here. I feel like you're starting to get back to yourself. A lot of you maybe felt separate from yourself. Maybe you felt separate from Source for a while. But there is something about you right now that can start to hear your own voice again. It can start to feel your thoughts again. And this is really going to help you manifest a lot of your dreams. So let's get your final message for today, pile number 2. What is the last card that needs to come out for your reading today? You already are. Wow. And you also have to be gentle with yourself. So yeah, I feel like maybe a lot of you, have release. I feel like a lot of you have been maybe like really harsh on yourself because of something. So you're kind of getting back into loving yourself. I feel like you've had maybe this moment of silence that just helped you realize that you create life with yourself, so you can't really go against yourself, because you will be stuck with yourself forever. So you have to figure out a good relationship with yourself. You have to have a good, intuitive, strong connection with yourself. And I feel like Spirit wants to remind you that you are already what it is that you desire. That is not separate from you. It's not, even if it's a physical thing, a lot of times, again, we get so like lost in the physical world. We feel like, we want this thing and that thing and the other thing, and everything already exists and nothing is separate from you. There already is a version of you who has what you desire. So if you desire it, it is yours. Nobody is going to take it away from you. You're not going to miss out on anything. And I feel like this reading will find you again before you enter a very abundant period of your life, a very prosperous period of your life, where a lot of things that you might have felt like you were missing out on prior, like especially opportunities. I feel like I keep hearing something about opportunities, about work opportunities for a lot of you especially. You will get everything. You will get everything and more than that. Because again, I like to see the universe as somebody with a huge bag that just is unlimited, doesn't have a limit, and just has blessings and blessings inside. And if you realize that, you can have as much as you want of anything that you want, and nothing in the universe is limited. So pile number 2, I feel like that is the reading coming through for you today. I hope that this resonated for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be your reading and your message for today that is meant to reach you right now, and you're meant to receive. So pile number 3 for your card today, you guys feel drawn to card number 3, which is the card with the deer. And you also have the sunflower charm for today. So welcome to your reading, pile number 3. Let's get right into your message for today, and let's see, why is Spirit and Source sending you this reading right now? What is the sign you're meant to receive? Again, remember, this is not a coincidence. Everything in the universe is a synchronicity. So you're seeing this reading because you manifested this message and is meant to reach you. So let's see, what is the message for you, pile 3? Spirit, can we please get the message for those who felt drawn to pile 3? What is something that you want to tell them? Oh, trust your intuition. Okay. Manifest your dreams. So it seems like you, pile number 3, are in the process right now of manifesting. I'm hearing a very positive outcome in your life, or like for some of you this could be like a new positive beginning, but I feel like you're manifesting a lot of positive things. You do have the sunflower, which is, you know, about positivity, is about being optimistic, and just, it's a reminder that the sun always rises. To me, it's a reminder that things always get better, you know? So trust your intuition when it comes to your journey right now, when it comes to the steps that you're taking. Okay, I feel like you're being guided towards your dreams. You also have 2020, gratitude and blessings. Practice gratitude, and blessings will multiply in your life. So through gratitude, we can also manifest more gratitude. So I think that being grateful, saying a couple of things that you're grateful for every day, ultimately puts you in the state of abundance. It puts you in the state of, I have things to be grateful for, and you can always find things to be grateful for. There is always, you know, the yin and the yang, the black and the white. The good and the bad always have to exist. They always coexist, okay, always. It's just the natural balance of the universe. It's just what we put our attention on. So you are being guided to put your attention more towards the good in this time, because what you think about is what will multiply. And if we just think about good things, more of that will multiply. So just, you know, I would say put your awareness more towards the positive things in your life right now. Trust your intuition. It's guiding you towards a brighter future. I didn't even read that card. And I was saying in the beginning of how the sunflower is a sign of things getting better, right? It's a sign of that things always get better. And I feel like right now you're in this process, pile number 3, of things actually getting better for you. And remember, it all starts with alignment in the mind. So if your mind is focused on good things will come. You also have manifest your dreams. Your desires are within reach. Stay focused and watch your dreams turn into reality. So this is a really big sign for you, pile number 3, that you're really close to reaching and manifesting some of your desires into reality, you know, your dreams. So stay focused in the mind, stay focused on the good things, stay focused the course, trust your intuition, and keep moving. Keep staying in alignment with the vision as it's manifesting in your life, because things do get better. And I do feel like right now you are aligned towards a brighter future for yourself. You have aligned yourself towards a more desirable outcome and a better outcome regarding a situation, maybe regarding your life in general, regarding a specific area of your life. See how this resonates for you. But Spirit is saying keep your awareness on the good, and it will multiply in your life. So what are your tarot cards going to say? Is there a message for pile number 3, Spirit, you would like to deliver to them right now? Okay, interesting how the Justice is coming in on the bottom of the deck, which is, you know, the card of balance. And it really resonates with what I was saying, how the good and the bad always coexist, and they're always in the same amount. Okay, that's the thing. It's like there always has to be balance in the universe, and the good and the bad coexist in the same amount always, but it's just like, what are we more aware of, right? What are we focusing more in that time? So turn your focus, turn your attention more towards the things that you can be grateful for in order to see more of them. Again, it's just like, if you turn to your right, you will see an abundance of trees, and if you turn to your left, you will see none. They both exist at the same time, right? But it's just on the one side, your right side, there might be a park with a lot of trees, and on your left side, there might be a huge building with no trees, and they're both existing in the same time, but it's just, where are you looking, right? So that's something that Spirit is bringing to your attention, pile number 3. It's, in order to manifest more abundance, seek more abundance. Look for more abundance in every area of life. Wow, we have the Ace of Pentacles here. So Ace of Pentacles is about new opportunities coming in your life, new opportunities arising for you. And I feel like the first signs of something positive manifesting is you will start to notice new opportunities coming in, new doors opening for your life, especially in the area of finances, in the area of your careers. For you specifically, pile number 3 is what I'm seeing. You do have the Pentacle energy, which is about new opportunities in career, new opportunities in finances, in wealth. So I do feel like this is something that you're aligned to right now. We also have the King of Pentacles. Wow, yeah, I feel like this is definitely about finances. I feel like there's a new opportunity for wealth coming in for you. New opportunity in your career. You're manifesting a lot of money right now, I feel. A lot of abundance. And we also have the 3 of Swords. So I'm hearing something about not letting the past hold you back. And I feel like the 3 of Swords is so interesting that it literally wanted to show up in every single pile today. So maybe this is like an energetic, like collective thing. But remember that things always get better. And, you know, in life, we just go through phases, right? Sometimes things happen, but it doesn't mean that it's over. It doesn't mean that a situation is over. It doesn't mean that our life is over, anything like that. Things always somehow end up turning around if we stay positive and if we believe that it will turn around somehow. So I do feel like, pile number 3, this is going to be a sign that it will get better, and it can get better for you. And if you just turn your awareness, I feel like you have been aware too much of like failure, or you have been too much aware of lack. And again, what you're aware of is like what you're going to see more of. But remember that everything coexists, right? Good things and bad things, and we choose what we focus on. So I would say put your awareness more towards the things that you can be grateful for right now, and things that make you feel abundant right now. Because you can always find, if you look for it, trust me, you will find. So focus more on that as new opportunities arise for you. Let's see what else, pile number 3. Okay, wow. I feel like we got a lot of cards. So let me just try to shuffle this deck for you again, because I only just want one card. For pile number 3, Spirit, do you have any specific messages? We have relationships. Okay. So I also feel there's a lot of balances returning in your relationship. Sometimes when we're in the state of lack, like that can really affect our relationships, because that energy can manifest in all aspects of our life. So I also feel like something about your relationships is returning back to normal. This can be also like maybe some of you went through a breakup, or maybe you went through a parting with somebody who really meant a lot to you. And maybe that's also what made you feel this way, you know? That's possible as well. Like after we experience maybe a breakup or a certain falling out with a person that meant a lot to us, it can really hurt us, and it can affect multiple areas of our life, you know. I find that once our relationships are in alignment, sort of everything returns back to alignment. Our career, our job, our mindset, and everything. So I feel like something about your relationships in your life is healing, pile number 3. Like you're gonna have better communication with people. Maybe some of you are stepping in your relationship as well. Let's see what else for pile number 3, Spirit. What is your message today? Okay, this is coming out. I am safe in the space I occupy, even when fear visits. Wow. So I feel like pile number 3, you need to know that you're safe. Wherever you are, you're safe. You're always watched over. You're always being guided. I feel like some of you, maybe there was a situation here in the past that really like threw you off and made you feel kind of anxious. But I feel like this reading is meant to be a sign that you have aligned yourself towards something better. And from here, your life will get better. I do feel like you're being aligned towards manifesting a lot of your dreams. So know that you're safe. Know that you're safe wherever you are right now, and everything is going to work out for you. And if some of you maybe, you know, again, with the relationships, like this can resonate in different ways. Maybe some of you don't feel safe with your current relationships. Maybe you want to seek new relationships. Maybe you want to start a new life, right? It will all come. And I'm hearing that you're safe. Again, everything is going to be okay. You don't, even when that anxiety shows up and that fear starts in your mind, remember you can always turn it off. Just focus on the blessings. Focus on the things that you can be grateful right now. And keep an optimistic mind. Because you're being, again, guided towards a brighter future, pile 3. You chose the sunflower. So, again, the sunflower is a symbol of, you know how the sunflowers follows the sun. So it's a sign that naturally you are an optimistic person. Like even if the fear arises in your mind, you chose the sunflower because subconsciously you believe that it can get better. And the subconscious mind is way more powerful than the conscious mind, because the subconscious is how we do a lot of things. It's kind of like our muscle memory. So just because you felt drawn to the sunflower, it shows that your subconscious mind right now still has faith, still has hope for a better future, still has hope of abundance, of, you know, things getting better. So just know that you have aligned yourself towards new opportunities in career. Maybe this is like about maybe a certain relationship within your career that fell through and it made you feel unsafe. For some of you, it like made you feel like you can't trust anyone now. Like everyone is going to betray you. But I somehow feel like right now you're being aligned towards better people as well, like better relationships for you, pile 3. What is your last message for today? Okay, you're getting 2 cards. Wow, we have gratitude. Yeah, Spirit is make space for it. So good things are coming in. You know, the way that you make space for gratitude, you release the fear and just make space, free all of that space for good things to come. Be gentle with yourself. Yeah, I feel like you need to be gentle with yourself right now. And we have take a field trip. So relax. I feel like, you know, we have the forest. You're interesting how I was talking about the trees. And now you have the trees. So maybe some of you you just need a good walk in nature. You know, you just need to, that's like so powerful. Like, I don't know, I just find like walks to be so powerful because you really get to disconnect with everything and be with yourself and realize that everything is going to be okay. You know, so I feel like some of you just need to take a step back and realize that it's all going to work out, and new opportunities always come in life, okay? They always come. There is plenty of them out there. So I'm sure they're going to find you, pile number 3, somehow. So just try to keep a positive mind in this time. Try to, again, focus on and be aware of what you want more to receive. And trust your intuition because you are in alignment with manifesting your dreams, okay? But that's what I have for your message today, pile number 3. I hope that this resonated for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.